It is so nice out here. You hear the birds? I wonder if that woodpecker's going to come back. Right there is fine. Thank you. You hear the birds? I got my coffee, my smokes, my Superman mug, of course, and he's got Dave and Buster's. Not a really special cup like my Superman cup, but nonetheless, what kind of coffee you got?
Same kind of like how I like my women.
And I got mine how I like my men.
Black and hot. Well, I like my woman black and hot, not my men.
Say that one more again.
I like my women black and hot, not my men.
So, how do you like your men?
I don't. I don't.
So now what's going on here is we can't seem to keep the neighbor's dog away from our side. And it's because of this raggedy bottom fence. He's already bitten, or she's already bitten Crackers over there. Not Crackers. And Monty was her victim today. But he's okay. He's just a little bit shaken up. He's so cute. That's my baby right there. Hey, I got a question for you.
Yep.
Have a seat. Have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. So why don't you tell me what you think the do's and don'ts of internet dating are?
Well, anytime you do with the internet, you have to be on your P's and Q's. Because there's so many scams out there. And I've also ran into a couple of these scams, but you kind of catch on which ones they are real quick. Especially, you go start scrolling through the internet looking for something that kind of appeals to you first by visual. Either the way their hair is done, the way that they're posed, their eyes look, how they pose their body, the background, what they're wearing, something like that just kind
Okay,
of
all right.
attracts you.
Well, let me
But
sidetrack for a minute. When you came, Monty, get down. You're getting mud all over my jeans. What was it about my picture that was,
so appealing?
yes.
We talked about that before, but I'll tell you again. Wait, when I first saw your picture there, it was the way that you had it, the way you looked. And what I mean by that, you had your hair pulled back in a ponytail. You looked very...
That was a clip-on. It was very cute.
But
Nice and wavy.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
You kind of had that look in your eye, that saying, help me, or I'm looking for something, or rescue
Help
me.
me.
Yeah, it had that kind of look there.
Okay.
It had a genuine look. It wasn't one of those kind of looks that looked so fake. It didn't have that. It was more of a very genuine look in regards to, I guess you could say, desperately seeking Susan, you could say, but not looking for Susan, but it had that kind of a look there.
Okay.
Your eyes, how they had that kind of...
You never described it this way before, but
Yes,
go
I
ahead.
did.
No, like I was like
I did.
looking for something, or
Yeah, you're looking for
you
something.
said I looked very innocent
What?
and sweet.
What? I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
But, and it's just, your the way that you had your picture taken through the camera was, like you said, it was innocent, but it was very attractive also.
Now I'm gonna have to post that picture up and let the viewers decide what kind of look I had.
But back to the idea of internet dating, you have to be careful because there's a lot of scams out there of people from overseas, especially Africa areas, that are trying to hook people into giving up their monies. And I ran into a couple of them, but never gave out any money because I don't give out money through the internet, especially through a dating site.
I gotta remember so you can record one of those stories, but not right now.
Yeah.
You look so pale on the camera.
A little nippy out here this morning.
No, but like there's a difference in your skin tone in real life and what's on the camera, what's recording on the camera. It's weird.
Mm,
You look like deathly pale almost, but you're not.
no.
Okay, so basically, I think that one of, not just one of the do's and don'ts, but the do's and don'ts of internet dating are don't ever give out your name
Well,
as far as like your full name.
right, right.
You save that for after you've actually decided to date an individual.
You
Don't
never
ever
give,
give out your place of work.
or phone
Don't
numbers,
put your phone number on any website
or your children's
or
names.
your children's names. You don't even discuss your children until after you've gotten to know an individual.
Hmm.
Um, and the reason that I'm saying this is because I had a situation that arose that, I mean, granted, it was mild, but it was still a little bit scary. And then when my sister decided to try POF, she gave out where she worked at, along with her phone number. And when she decided to reject this individual showed up at her place of work.
Hmm.
It so happens that 2 days prior to that, she had quit her job anyway. So he wasn't able to find her. But the point is, if he had, or if she hadn't quit that job, she would have been right there, ripe for the picking. You know, he could have just walked up on her and spewed all his venom and hatred.
Yeah.
And, anyway, so, you got to be very careful because a lot of the stories that happen um, off the news are probably more common than not. So you just got to be careful about, what information you give and that sort of thing. And even though some people seem trustworthy, don't just go off your first gut instinct. Meet that person in a public area.
Hmm.
Um, you know, talk with them for a while, and meet in a public area for quite a few dates before you allow yourself to be taken to their place of residence or for you to take them to yours, because it's just and the same also goes for men who are out there dating women, because some women are just as crazy as men nowadays. It's not like, you know you just can't trust guys, you can't trust women either,
They can
because a
be
lot
very
of women are
vindictive.
very
Yes.
vindictive,
Yes.
and they take things personally when you hurt their emotions, and you just can't trust everybody. So that goes for guys and women. Be very careful.
Yep.
Here, you can hold
Always.
that because my hands are getting cold now. Still a little nippy out here.
Yeah. You kind of always want to keep your guard up. Don't let it down. Look out for flags.
What flags?
And you should know what I'm talking about by when I say flags. Flags. The red flag is anything that seems to be either during conversations. There's a lot of questions in regards to how the question or how the answer is answered, or if you start seeing
Actually,
you start seeing the answers change over and over instead of how they were originally answered. Those are flags.
there's a list of questions on the internet that you can pick up. Just Google questions for men or questions for women, and you can find different websites where um, And questions for a first date, questions for a second date, and intimate, deep, and thought-provoking questions that you can ask, and kind of over a period of time, start to uh, ask those questions again, just to kind of see what kind of answers you get, whether they're different, whether there's more information forthcoming than the first time you asked the question. Because if they give out more information, that means that they're willing to divulge more about themselves, which, creates an atmosphere for a little bit more trust on your part. So, you don't have to well, what questions do I ask? All you gotta do is Google it. Questions for men, questions for women, and you'll get just a whole rainbow of colors, from the funny to the deep and thought-provoking. So if you're not really sure what questions to ask, but definitely always be safe about um, who you're going out with, and always, always, always. Okay, somebody's gonna think I'm crazy for saying this, but always, always take a picture of the license plate and a picture of the driver's license. Yes, I did, and always let somebody know where you're going, who you're going with. Yes, I did.
Well, I didn't take a
Yes, I
picture. I just
did.
wrote it down. But that's okay.
Same difference.
But the one true advice that anybody can take is one, always trust your gut instincts.
Mm-hmm.
And don't let anybody tell you anything different. You are the one who will be or possibly involved in this relationship. So therefore, you have to trust your own gut instinct. It's 99.99% right. Go with it. Don't listen to nobody else.
That's a good point.
And
Because
be who you are.
there were a couple times I should have trusted my instinct. Oh goodness. And because women are more, turn your
Attuned.
camera a little bit. It's, women are more apt to get picked out on these dating websites, whereas men are the ones doing the searching most of the time. You have some aggressive women out there who will go through the profiles and they'll pick a guy, but for the most part, it's the guys doing the picking out. So, trust your instinct. Um, if you find any inkling that a bad feeling, that feeling's only gonna get worse as time goes by. So trust that first instinct and save yourself some time. And don't,
Heartache
yeah,
and legal battles.
yeah. So just go ahead and have, but you can have fun, but just be very cautious. Um,
And always be true to yourself. What I mean by true to yourself is the information that you give out.
I hope that's not that dog again.